Good morning, everyone. How are we all this morning? Lovely to see you. It is a beautiful sunny day here today. TikTok. Good morning, Roz. Good morning, Suzanne. Uh, good morning, Lisa and Holly and Marlene. Lovely to see you all. Is Sue on? I haven't seen her show up yet. And Kim. Anybody have any news? Ooh. Hi, Sue. Hi, Nicole. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. News. Anybody have any news? Well, there you go. There's the question of the morning. Does anyone have any news? Hi, Desley. How are you? Good to see you. Excellent. Well, thank you all so much for popping on. I'm just hoping I haven't missed anybody. If I've missed you, say hi again because it means that it hasn't popped up. So I was trying to do a very quick bit of colouring while while I while I was waiting for time, but being fully aware of having to be on right on 9:30 or just before, I thought I'd better hop on now. So there we go. So I hope everybody is well. Now, what's Desley said? You're home. Awesome. Great news. That's wonderful. You love to colour, Lisa? Yeah, I don't mind it. The story is years ago when I was teaching a lot and I had the shop and colouring wasn't my thing. I thought, who would want to colour on cards? Like, you know, how silly. Because, I mean, we had all those 3D cutouts or what have you. So we used to use those a lot. There wasn't a lot of need for colouring. Then they brought in stamps, and there was some, I can't remember who the designer is, but it was like a funny little peanuts horse, and there was frogs and there was cows, and it was so fun. And that was when I first started coloring, um, and it really wasn't my thing, but I did enjoy it in the end. Yeah, so there you go. Lorraine wasn't into colouring at all to start off with. I thought, well, it'd be like a children's card because you're going to colour it in and stick it on. But you know what? I can be wrong. I love I don't mind the colouring now. Give you a colouring book? Yeah, I did go through a stage where I had about half a dozen colouring books in the cupboard, and I used to like doing the mandalas. Loved doing the mandalas. And there was a couple that were a tree, like a tree of life or whatever. You can tell what sort of theme I usually went for. And also, just your general. Roz, that's funny. It is relaxing. It can be relaxing. Now, if I'm relaxing, I do crosswords or, something like that. So, but what happened was one of the girls that comes to um, trivia, she loves to colour, and I had these books sitting here, so I think I kept one or two, and I just gave them to her because that way then they're going to get used, and I wasn't going to do any of that. If I was going to sit and colour now, it was going to be stamps, wasn't it? So, I was going through my old stamps the other day. I've got a big box full of the wooden block stamps. I know there's a way you can take them off, but yeah. By the sound of it, Lisa, it was kindy. Sorry, Roz, couldn't resist. My daughter-in-law teaches kindy, and that's where a lot of my old papers went. Um, I sent boxfuls down to the kindergarten. Well, it's not a kindergarten, it's a, what do they call it, preschool type thing. And yeah, so she took all that down there. She also took some stickers, but she said she found that the kids got into such a mess with them that she didn't use them. You like the, sorry, you love the flowers fair stamp just to colour in. Oh, is that one of ours? Have I missed something? You were hoping it wasn't high school. Roz, what did you teach? Which grade? Oh dear. Good morning, Carol and Avery. Lovely to see you. All right. So I'm not sure how long the card's going to take this morning. I do have some colouring to do because I just didn't finish it. Good morning, Margaret. Lovely to see you. Oh no. And how are you going? Linda did mention yesterday, I believe, that you would have been in while she was on. So good morning, Marlene. Did I speak to you? I'm not sure. It must have been high school. Oh dear. Actually, no, I could never have been a teacher. I have great respect for teachers of any age group. I mean, my daughter-in-law, she's a very placid sort of a person. And good morning, Leslie. Morning, Suzanne. Um, she's a very placid person, and she found that when she was teaching the higher grades and she's tiny, she's very tiny, and when she was teaching the higher grades, they used to take, you know, they used to treat her badly because she was so tiny. So, all right. Good morning, Tanya. Okay, let's go down to the desk and see. So, as we know, a lot of the demonstrators are off to on stage at the moment. So I hope they all have a great time. Ah, Roz is there. Hi, Donna. Lovely to see you. All right. So this card came from, it's one of Jay's from Matosu, which, however they pronounce it. It is a 5x7 card. This one's just a muck up. It's done with a lot of my old papers and what have you. And what happens is that it rolls up and it sits like that. And it should roll up and sit like that. There we go. And then that's how the card goes. Okay, so high school science. Oh. Wow. I did do a little bit of science in high school. And then they showed us this thing where you could put it on this liquidy stuff on the Bunsen burner, heat it up, and then set light to it, and it flamed above the the pot that it was in. And of course, they told us to be very careful, and who reached across the table and knocked it over. So the whole of the tabletop was sort of like burning, but burning at the top of it. So I got banned from science. That was it. So I ended up taking French instead. Oh, that's awesome, Kim. Lovely. Yeah, let us know how you are, Margaret. We'd love to know. Alrighty, card. So that's the sort of muck up card. Now we're going to we find the center, which in this case is this one, and then we pop something on there. We make sure that it only really sticks to there because when it's flat, it's going to be fine, but when it rolls up, it's going to be different. So I have the card and I have cut the pieces, but I'm going to have to do a bit of scoring. So I will move everything out of the way so that I can get the scoreboard out. And I have to put a new blade in. I meant to do that this morning. Have I got them close by? Let me look. Let me look. Oh, there they are in my hand. I have umpteen blades. So I'll quickly change that over while I'm at it. And what I do is I put my old ones over the back for when I'm cutting, if I remember to take them out, of course. I put it over there for cutting glitter paper. All right. Let's take this one out. Where is it? Isn't it amazing? Like, the thing will fall out when you don't want it to. And then when you want it to come out, not a hope. There we go. Pretty lethal looking things underneath, aren't they? And let's pop. There we go. Hopefully we'll get a better cut. I don't know that I'll be cutting much. So, all right. So I have a piece of cardstock, which is 10 by 7, and it's going to be scored starting off at 3/4 of an inch, which is here. And then we're going to do, I think it's every 1/2 inch after that, 1/4 inch. I can't, no, 1/2 inch. So then we're doing 1 1/4, 1 3/4, 2 1/4, 2 3/4, 3 1/4. This is not the card for you if you don't like scoring. 3 3/4, 4 1/4, and then 5. So we're going up a bigger one. And that's it for the scoring. So this is, I don't know if you can see, never really get that. You'll probably see it better that side. This is what your scoring looks like. It's just, yeah, very similar to when we did the concertina fan card. So before I do too much else, yeah, I will. I'll just, all these are going to be turned upwards. I probably should have scored them a bit deeper, but never mind. So I'm sorry about yesterday, but I had an early morning call out, and so Maryborough has been in minor flood. It's nothing too bad. So, you know, it hasn't been as bad as a lot of the floods that we get here, but it did stop a lot of people's movement. So especially out in the outlying areas, like, so the senior manager couldn't get in, and one of the other managers did manage to get in, but she went home fairly early because we thought the bridge was going to close. So, and then, so that just left the other manager, Russell, and myself. So, and it was surprising. We did have a few customers and the phone was quite busy. So, yeah, it was nice to go back just for the day. I've got marks on the back of here and I don't know why. But anyway, it's going to be covered. All right, so as you can see, that gives us like that effect once we start to put it up. But what we have got is we have this that we're going to put in here. We're going to stamp on here, and then we're going to put this on dimensionals. Okay, so that then acts as the buffer. So just like an easel card, really, it acts as the buffer for that. So I will stamp it fairly early because I don't like the other time I've put it up on dimensionals and then I've forgotten to stamp it. So I'm using, oops, turn it around the other way, Splash of Sparkles. So the one with all the different colours, and I thought it would lend itself nicely to that, but Molly, you're in my way, Popper. Your feet, move your feet. Look, you're going to get run over. All right, so what will I stamp? So my favourite stamp at the moment is this one here, Sending Wishes for a Happiest Birthday. But I also like this one here, Our Friendship is One of the Happiest Things I Can Think of. So I might do that today. And I'll do that now so that I don't, which one is it? This one here. So I think I'd like to put that there, but I want to try, this is the framed all round, which I haven't used much of. So, oh, that's right, I put that on the outside, didn't I, for a reason. So what I do also want to try, this has a, oh, yes, that will work, I think. Let me find, where's the big block? That one there. Well, it probably doesn't need that one, right? Use the other one. Do. Oh, I tell you, it's hard to see. So it's one of those where you're going to have to put it down and let it find its shape and then put the block on. So this is just gum. And I really wanted it the other way, didn't I? So I'm going to do that and then that. And I think I might do that in, what will I do it in? Maybe Highland Heather. If I could find Highland Heather. Who stole it? Must be on the desk somewhere. Okay. Let's do Gorgeous Grape because we've got some really good colours in here and this will be nice and bright, and I might actually do the sentiment in similar. All right, so all right, let me pop. Now I haven't used this, so I just want to make sure that every time I put that down, that bit gets yucky. See if I can get this. Nope, don't like that. Let's give it another go. Look at that, every time. It's because there's nothing the other side, I suppose, to hold it up. Let's try that again. No. No, no, no. We'll give that up until I've had practice with it. We'll get rid of that. I just thought it would be nice to have that round the edge, but clearly not. So now I need to cut another piece of white. Sorry, Molly, you are in my way, Poppet. Now I have ink everywhere. Okay, so this piece was 2.5 by 6.5. I can still use it for bits, but oh, that's nice. Oh, that cuts pretty. Maybe I'll just do some colouring around the edge of it. Let's go lighter then. Let's do the fresh freesia. Just to give it that bit of something around the edge. Just a little bit of colour. Don't need a lot. I think, oh, sometimes it's just to define the edge. Sure you don't want to watch me do this, really. There we go. So I just put a little bit of the fresh freesia around there. What's it saying about my microphone? Oh, I know it's in use. Take that, and then I will put a stamp. A bit worried about using those other colours now, so I will just use basic grey. And I'm gonna, yep. I'm just gonna pop it in the middle. It gives space to write either side of it. Quite a cute. I love the fonts in there, the mixture of the fonts. You're just too short. Oh, wow. Yes, I might, Tanya. You're right. I have to use the matte. Yeah, mine didn't have the mistake on it. Yeah, prices will be going up for sure. You heard that the price rise is March the 16th. Ah, okay. I think the price rise is when they put the new catalogue out. All right, so now I have, so you could use that side, but I prefer this side, and I wanted the gold in it. So I can pop that on there like that. And my glue is in the other room. Go. I was sat at the main computer last night doing a bit of gluing. All right, so I'm just going to attach this to this, and then in the end we pop it up with dimensionals. Doesn't that look pretty with the gold and the color around the edge there? Okay, so that's that piece. Let's put that to one side, and when I'm looking for that, I put it to the right of me. It was the sentiment you used today. It says, oh, okay, let me check. Yeah, because didn't you say the R in friendship was missing? Have a look. I'm pretty sure it's all there. Yep. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to, what is going on here? We need to attach lots of little strips. So we have two larger ones which go here and here and here. Okay, so they're the two end ones where we had the bigger gap. That's why I don't like leaving my stuff around, because my cats get on the table and yeah. Then what we needed was, we needed 4 pieces of cardstock at 1/4 of an inch by 6 3/4. And we, so 4 of those, and we needed 3 of DSP. Okay, the same size. So, and then these two were 1/2 by 6 3/4. So I'll probably keep them all going in a similar direction. Oh, it's not in this one. Oh, good. Walk in the bathtub. Oh, Roz. Oh, dear. It'll be a bit slippery. Okay, so we're going to start by putting all these little strips on. If you wanted to, you can make them wider than this, because you know, this does leave it quite a bit of the pink showing. So I'm just going to put the one on each end. Now, what you can do is you can alternate the colors if you want. So you've got like the purple at one end on one, purple at the other, but I'm going to keep it the same way. So just pop that in there like that. And then we have these teeny weeny strips. So for the cardstock ones, I've done some gold mirror card. And for the other ones, I've just done the paper. All right, so I'm going to start. This is where it's awkward, because normally I would use tear and tape on this, but at 1/4 of an inch, I do have a very thin one, but my chances of getting it straight up there are pretty remote. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put glue up the middle and hope that I don't get any on. And this is going to go here. Yeah, see, there's some on there already. Nothing worse than glue on mirror card. So there's the first one. Then we go for one of these. And we pop that one in the middle there. We go back to a gold one. I spent too many years with my head under the water when I was swimming. Used to go at 5 o'clock in the morning. My poor mother used to take me to the pool. I'm going to have to wipe that off afterwards. I should have thought about it, but I didn't. Yeah, before school. I'm not a lover of the sea. When you think what gets put into it, mind you, swimming pools aren't much better. All right, so we're just alternating these. I probably should have just used my patience and put the tear and tape up. So it's not a hard card to do. Tanya, really? Oh dear. No, the sharks here are friendly, aren't they? And the jellyfish. She's on to you. She's on to you, Tanya. All right, so that's the little strips on. When they're dry, I'm going to go over and see if I can clean some of that off of the mirror card. See, this is what I hate. But that's what we've got. You don't? Okay. Well, we get, we won't go there. We get the lot, don't we? All right, so I'm going to see what edging I've got because it'll be easier to put this up if I use some edging pieces, and it'll save me using a multitude of, and I know I've got some more in my pocket here because I sort of tend to keep them for these very reasons. There's a few on here. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a nice long one. Let's use that one. Pop that one down there. That one's been cut. That one's been cut. Look at this. It's literally a bag of edges. We can use that one. I'll pop this little bit across the top. And we've got a big strip there that can go down the middle. And doing well here. And then I should be able to get rid of quite a few of those bits of thing now. All right, I'll do that. That's finished. Now, let me get this off. We'll pull all of this off. And it's not going anywhere, that's for sure. Okay. So all we're going to do is just place that just slightly on the inside. A similar border all the way around. And then that will, when I've burnished it again, there we go. So that's how that is going to sit. But it lays flat for going into the envelope, which is great. All right, now to decorate. So I've got that back in there for a minute. Get it out of my way. Because I wasn't here all day yesterday, my desk was a mess this morning. And so what I decided, I would use the gallery blooms. Now I've done this one here and I've got this one here, and whichever one I choose is going to, or we choose, you choose, is going to sit onto the front there. So I'm going to just finish doing, is this the dark? Yeah. Finish doing, I might have to go over the dark again because I decided I'd come on so that I didn't have to wait another 15 minutes. So this has all dried. Just like to go over the edge so that it's with the light. Now I do the light in here. All right, and then some green for the leaves. Just do a little bit of this. The leaf shape on this one is really quite awkward on one of the leaves. This one here, you're not really sure where it goes. But anyway, then we'll just go over that with the lighter. This one here, see, I'm not really sure. I'm thinking that it's maybe one leaf. I don't know. I don't know. And then just in here. And we'll just grab a... I think this one's on last chance. You love the card? I like the DSP too. Let's grab a bit of yellow here and just do the center. Now, quickly, I will. I'm just wondering. Maybe I'll do these the same colors to save me having to sit here and go, what color will I do that? Unless, let's use the Highland Heather. I think that's fresh freesia. I don't know. But let's use this. So we'll go just with the rose because I haven't decided, and I'll give you the choice as to whether you think we should use this one or whether we should use the small one. I actually like both. I've got a feeling that we might need a bit more than that, that's all. I mean, I can always cut some greenery. All right. Oh, these are actually quite pretty. Oh, the end fell off the other end. So the funny thing is, my dog's got a new dog bed. We threw her old one away when we moved. So we got her a new one yesterday. My husband brought it home, put it on the floor, and before he knew it, oh, what is going on here? Never had that happen before. The center's come out. Yeah, so before he knew it, Raja, the old cat, had got on the new bed. So there we go. Molly lost her bed before she even got it, poor girl. Why that started being so stiff and pulling out the middle. All right, just do this last one here. And we'll just... This one you can't really see much of the middle. You can't really see the middle at all. So I'm just going around. I must admit, like when you know you're going to die cut, you tend not to be quite so careful with your colouring. Whoops, I might just do that there. I think that might have been there. And then we'll just grab, I'm going to do different leaves this time. I'm going to use the lemon lime twist. And there's a bit of... Right. I quite like the lighter colour for the leaves. Reminds me of the leaves on my orchids. That's one thing I really love about Changi Airport in Singapore. Is all the orchids. They have so many orchids. Put that there like that. There we go. All right. Excuse me. Put those over there, and I'll just cut these two out. Please tell me the dies are in here. Yeah, they are. So that's that one. And I think that is that one. I'll just cut them out and then we'll make a decision about which one we're going to use. The good news is I can cut them both out together. Yay! Let me use some washi tape on these. I don't want any more white than I have to have. Sorry, gone a bit quiet over here. I'm sticking tape on and trying to avoid the white. Right. Get that in there. Like that. Excellent. One more piece of tape and we're off. You know, I put some photos up the other day of my tidy desk. Doesn't look anything like that anymore. You've been listening and cooking. I did that the other day. Usually, I like to just watch, but I don't always get a chance. And always seems to have to go somewhere. Today, I've got to go to the post office when I finish because I've got to send off a form to the UK. About my English pension. So in the UK, you have to have worked for 10 years to receive your pension. I don't know why, because you pay your pension with your national insurance over there. So, but you still have to have worked 10 years to receive it. Anyway, with the years that I've lived over there, etc., I've only done 9 years, of course. So I had to pay a year. And trying to get the information, I've literally been trying for nearly 3 years. I'm just trimming this off a bit because there's a bit too much white around the edge. I've literally been trying for nearly 3 years to get the information, and I did manage to get it the other night. So I've paid the money, and just means we'll be taking a rowing boat to New Zealand next year. No, I've paid the money for the extra year, and hopefully sometime in the very near future I might start getting my English pension. All right, so we have a choice. We can pop this one on here, or we can put this one on here, and it really doesn't matter which. If I do this one, I feel like I've got to do some extra greenery. I've got that, but it's very white. Oh yes, remember the other day I'm like, oh, I thought I had a die cut for this. Obviously I don't. I'm going to have to fussy cut it. The dies were in there. I must have been looking with someone else's eyes because I certainly didn't see them. All right, so that my mum okay with the floods? Yes, mum's okay. She's high and dry. Zeus won't use the cat bed at all, just looks at it and walks away. No, my all my animals like, oh yeah, Lando's got his favorite. It's a, yeah, Lando's is just like a round thing, and get Molly another bed. Oh, did it, Suzanne? I've never had that happen. Sorry, I've been missing all this because I've been... You love the card? Thank you, Lisa. Alrighty. They were your eyes, Lisa? Okay, cool. Thank you for the loan. All right, so what we're going to do, we're sort of going to find the middle, but it's not hard to do. So that's the middle there. And then we're going to stick either this one or this one. So are we going with purple or pink? You tell me. Bluebell does the same. She reckons it. Oh, dear. Oh, our cats sit on the furniture and... The larger one, Kim, I agree. I think it just does that little bit more, doesn't it? With this one, I would have had to have cut some bits and pieces. So basically, because it needs to be able to sit flat, but it also needs to move when we move that up, the only place that I can put it is like on that center bit there. So it's going to be like a bit straight up the front there. Personally, I'm sort of tempted to do this so that I don't, whoops, so that I don't get it. I mean, you've got that 1/4 inch, but so that I don't get it in the wrong place, I'm thinking that might be a plan. We might have gone down a wee bit. No, we're good. We're good. Okay, so I'll just give that a tad drying time there. And it has covered up some of that splodge that I did. Yeah, I don't think it matters what we give them. They'll still want what we've got. So as you can see, that sits up there like that. I have umpteen cat beds around the place, loads of them. There we go. So that is how the card is going to sit when they your cat thinks you're her bed. Oh, yeah. The purple, yep, Ros, we did that. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. So that basically is our card for today. So you could add more decoration if you want to, but you don't have to. Hopefully it goes with the, I mean, it's definitely 3D. You probably have to put a note in with it to tell people how to stand it up. But that sits behind there. You could actually, I think if it, no, probably not. I was going to say you could put it up on 2 dimensionals. Thanks, Holly. Thanks, Suzanne, Marlene. But yeah, you just really want it so that it'll sit there. You might have to put a little bit of instructions in there, destructions, I nearly said, on how to do it. I personally think this would look gorgeous in red and gold. I just do. I love these colors because they're bright. You've got the gold in there. You've got the, the shiny bits and what have you. Oh, so we can still do, and what I like, it's a 5x7, so it's going to fit into your whatever size envelope that is. Well, let's put some sparkle on here. We've got a little bit of time. Put some sparkle on here. So I'm interested to see how much gets shared with us from on stage. I know that there's a lot that they can't share or they're told not to, or not to take photos of certain things, because Suzanne and I were there last year and we were in that same situation. But yeah, it'll be good to see some of the stuff that they send. All right, so that's that. And we can still put some gems on. I'm not sure what colour. We've got a huge choice of colours there. What are these ones? These are low profile sparkle dots. So we could use maybe the yellow. Well, here's a couple of my old stamps in here. Birthday wishes. And what's this one? On your wedding day. Well, there you go. I don't know why they're in there. What else could we put on there? We need bright and colourful or just sparkly. I know what Sue's going to say. Anybody got any ideas? Let me just have a quick look through. There's those. I do like those because they sort of bring out so many different colours. I don't think we need ladybirds. They're a bit pale. There's in colours. So there's a couple of timid tiger in there. That's pretty much it. We do have, of course, those. I'm tempted to use. There's only 2 timid tiger in there. But I could use, no, I don't like that one. We've got these here, and we've got strawberry slush, but strawberry slush isn't on there. I've only got 2 of the timid tiger. We've got some cloud cover. Anybody got any idea? Which ones? Pearls? That's right, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Pearls. All right, let's go find some pearls. Yeah, that actually amazes me. So we got antique pearls. Let's do that then. That amazes me too. Like, they get them so quick. I know that you can, I think you can Suzanne, you can order from on stage, can't you? Because we had the opportunity to order from there as well, if I remember rightly. What? Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's go. Maybe one there. These are going to be a bit spread out, aren't they? So one there. Maybe one down there. 2, 3. Let's do 5. Put one up there. Maybe one down there, just to give it that little bit of. Alrighty, so we've got some dots on there. We've got the flowers, the sparkle, and our card will set up like that. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. See you soon, Suzanne. All right. You'd like to know how much on stage is? Here in Australia, it was I think it was $400 or 4. I know last year it was 400. I think it was still 400 this year for the 3 days. But then, for us this year it was down to Sydney, so we would have had to have flown down or taken a car trip, which we would have had to have left yesterday. So it's more the accommodation. Like, I don't mind paying $400 for the actual event, but the accommodation throws it as well. I mean, last year it was in Brisbane, so we were able to drive. We picked up Suzanne on the way down, and so we didn't have to worry about travel fees and that sort of thing. So there we go. Alrighty. Be interesting to see where it is next year, because someone did ask. Um, Someone asked Linda yesterday whether. Let me come up to the top. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Um, Someone did ask Linda yesterday, because I watched Linda's. Um, what do you call it? Last night, and yeah, I mean, you can sort of save up for it, I suppose. You can use. Can you use? I don't know whether you can use your points. I don't know whether you can use them or not. Exactly, Tanya. That's what I was going to say. If it was over in WA, I'd go anyway, but um, only because my husband's never been over to Western Australia. So, okay. Yeah. So if yours is 400 and ours is 400, that means with the exchange rate as it is at the moment, yours is a lot cheaper than ours. Because if I was to pay for $400 American, it would cost me around about $650. So there's quite a difference in the exchange rate there. But anyway, that's it. If it was going to Perth, I would definitely go. Apparently, it's never been to Adelaide. Clearly, has never been up to Darwin, but then there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't want to go up there because of the heat. Um, and that it has been in New Zealand, and I will go if it's in New Zealand as well, because that gives us the opportunity to do something different. Um, we'll just see we should know when they finish this time, because at the end of this one they'll tell them where it's going to be next time. So that's always good too. Alrighty, everybody, that's me for today. Yeah, that's right, Donna. It's very reasonable for 3 days, and you're not crafting the whole time. You watch. There's demonstrators on the stage, so they do the demonstrations. There's videos. They put little videos up, people talking on the stage. They teach you about all different things, and then they do these, all the recognitions as well, from last year. So all that happens, and that can take some time. But there are areas where you can go and you can see the new products, and you can see new colors and all that sort of stuff. And then there's one evening where you go back and you do crafting, but that's extra. We have to pay $120, I think it is, extra to do the after hours. So, yeah, and then they have, like, when we went, they had a white night, so everybody was dressed in white, and it was we had dual pianos, which was actually very good. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll find out what it was all about, no doubt. Alrighty, so that's the card for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll come up with something else for tomorrow, hopefully. I might not ask you next week. No, actually, it's good because it makes me think outside the box as well. Instead of just getting a piece of card and cutting it and folding it and putting stuff on it, it makes me think a little bit more too. I was playing around myself, um, you know, and I sort of did this the other day with a box, and I'd like the box to be like this so that you can put stuff in it. But if you do it like that, it won't fold. So if you just do your normal box, which is like that, then it will fold. I'll get that one out the way. Then it will fold, you see. So it's a bit of I have been playing. All right, everybody. Oh, which I thought no one was talking. A lovely card, thank you. I went to the Brisbane one, so yeah. Alrighty, that's me for today, and I will see you all again tomorrow morning at 9:30. And please take care of you and yours. We're all safe here. The river's it could still go up a little bit because whatever happens in Gympie, like however high the river in Gympie goes, that affects us. But it takes a couple of days to come down, so we just have to wait and see. But none of us, we're not in any danger, and it's not a big flood. So, yeah, all good here. Take care, everybody. See you in the morning. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you could subscribe. If you could thumbs up. That was the other thing. I had a mind blank there for a minute. So please, that would be wonderful. And I will see you all tomorrow. You take care. Bye for now.